When people meet for the first time, the first impression is very important. There is a well-known primal effect in psychology, which refers to the importance of leaving a good impression on the other party when they meet for the first time. The feeling left to the other party in the first interaction will form a preconceived impression in the other's mind. A good first impression will lay a good foundation for further communication and cooperation in the future. Even if there are some mistakes in the future, the other party may not take it too seriously because of the good impression. However, if the first impression is bad, it won't help even if you try to perform better later. Since the previous bad impression is too strong, no matter how you make up for it, the other party will not accept you completely. The first impression is formed within 45 seconds. So, how to make a good impression on the other party in this short moment of contact? Here are some tips and tricks. 1. Attraction of external image. A good image is a very powerful tool for making a good first impression. Some people think that appearance is not important, but that is actually self-deception. Psychological research confirms that appearance is indeed important, and beauty is indeed a kind of wealth. But if you are not handsome or beautiful, don't be discouraged. Good personality and decent manners can make up for the lack of appearance and make you look more attractive. The formation of the first impression mainly comes from external features, such as clothing, posture, and facial expressions. Appropriate dressing, elegant manners, modest attitude, polite speech, etc., can significantly enhance your attractiveness. 2. Proximity and similarity. Proximity refers to the closeness of people's geographical proximity. Proximity makes people to interact with each other more, and feel that they belong to the same social unit, and they have commonalities. Proximity can also enhance mutual familiarity, and form mutual affection. Similarity refers to people's similarities in personality traits, hobbies, and values. The more similar people are, the more they can attract each other and produce a sense of intimacy. In particular, the similarity of viewpoints and attitudes not only means a kind of support, but also a kind of confirmation of the correctness of one's viewpoints, thereby enhancing the sense of security and self-confidence. When meeting someone for the first time, how do you use proximity and similarity to increase intimacy and form a good first impression? First of all, claiming to be an alumni, classmate, colleague, have friends in common, or having a similar experience, etc., to narrow the psychological distance with the other party, and enhance mutual intimacy. Secondly, use methods such as careful observation in advance and collecting relevant information to understand the other party's interests, hobbies, attitudes, and opinions, and then serve his interests, cater to his interests, and make him feel like-minded. Third, the imitation method. A psychological study found that people inadvertently imitate each other's behavior when talking, such as blinking, opening nostrils, raising eyebrows, etc. This kind of unconscious imitation can give people a sense of peace of mind and can build a friendly relationship. Imitating some of the other's facial expressions, sitting postures, body orientation, gestures, tone, and intonation when communicating with others can make it easier to get the other's approval. Fourth, the body contact method. A psychological experiment confirmed that when people are lightly touched on their shoulders, upper arms, back, etc., they will subconsciously feel that the other person is an authoritative elder, and develop an unconscious feeling of safety, warmth, and reliability. When in contact with people, occasionally touching the other's body parts in a natural posture, you will receive an unexpected sense of intimacy. 3. Make the other person feel that you like him. Psychological experimental research confirms that the degree to which a person likes others can in turn predict the degree to which others like the person. When someone is told that they are liked or admired by others, they will have an emotion of return. Therefore, when meeting for the first time, let the other party feel that you like them, make them feel valued and respected, and have a sense of presence, so that they will like you in return. And to show that you like the other party when you are new to them, praise and listening are essential. Pay attention when complimenting, compliments have to be sincere. If someone says, "Your hair looks so beautiful," in fact, you have not washed it for several days. Such praise will only make people feel false and disgusting. Praise should also be moderate. Praise based on the facts, do not praise things that are out of nothing. This requires efforts to discover, dig, and find out what the other party is proud of and wants to be affirmed. For different types of people, the content and focus of praise should be different. For example, men generally care more about ability and fame and fortune, while most women care more about looks, clothes, partners, and children. If you want others to like you, you need to be good at listening. Everyone wants to be heard, and we must first learn to listen. Talking too much, ignoring the other party's mood and thoughts, and not giving the other party a chance to express, it is easy to cause the other party's antipathy. Learn to listen carefully and with interest, understand what the other person says, and understand the other's feelings and intentions in order to build a good impression. 4. Demonstrate honest character. A psychological survey found that among the personality traits, the least favorite ones are selfishness and hypocrisy, while the most popular ones are altruism and sincerity. Self-flaunting and exaggerating facts are often annoying. Honesty and prudent, seeking truth from facts, and keeping promises are precious qualities. In psychology, there is a mistakes-making effect. It means to make some small mistakes or expose some small shortcomings appropriately on the premise of showing certain ability and professional knowledge, and it will shorten the distance with others and increase interpersonal attraction. The feeling of perfection is always unreal, and people tend to stay away or admire it. From the perspective of human self-worth protection, if one person is too perfect, then that person could make people around him or her to feel incompetent and value damaged, which could cause people don't want to approach the person. No one is perfect, everyone has shortcomings. The clever use the make mistakes effect in interpersonal communication, which can make people feel the quality of honesty, thereby improve the relationship with others. People who are patient, humble and honest can make others feel reliable, which helps to achieving cooperation more smoothly. Here is a true story. A new salesperson met a manager of a certain company for the first time, and was beginning to introduce products timidly. When the manager was about to say no, he happened to have something urgent to deal with, so he said casually, "Wait a minute," to the salesperson. Afterward, the manager was too busy with work. And the salesperson sat on the bench for several hours. When the salesperson was about to get off work, the manager suddenly remembered that the salesperson was still waiting. And guess what? The manager had a good impression on the salesperson, and decided to buy his products right away. Honesty, kindness, and patience are the qualities that make people feel at ease and reassuring, and they meet the deep-seated needs of people. A sense of security. Such qualities are inevitable to be loved by people. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel for more psychological tricks and facts. See you in the next video.